Hey guys, Studio T here. It's been a minute. Yes, it has. It has been a hot minute. 2020 got you down. 2021, not exactly what you were hoping it was going to be. Well, come on back to 1861. We're going to clean some guns today. So this is going to just be a basic tutorial on a just general cleaning of Civil War muskets. Really, it's the same for no matter what you have. It could be a 42 Springfield, 61 Springfield, 53 Enfield, 58 Enfield, doesn't matter. All those percussion rifles of that era, you clean them the same way, virtually. So first thing you're going to do after firing, I try to do this as soon after firing as I possibly can, is boil some water. Different people have different ways of doing this. This is how I've always done it. I fill the barrel with boiling water, and this needs some extra care because this particular rifle has not been cleaned in a while. Ashamed to say, but that's just facts of life right there. So I let it sit in there for a minute, letting it stew, and then what we're gonna do is cock back the hammer to half cock to open up the firing cone and let all of that fluid, normally I would do this with it on the ground, but let all that fluid drain out and force any gunk out of the firing cone. While it's doing that, and do a little swish. Dump the rest out of the barrel. Leave the hammer at half cock. Dump some more boiling water into the barrel. And this time, of course, it's going to come flowing straight out of the firing cone. But it's a smaller opening, so the barrel will still fill up to a certain amount. And plug the cone with your finger, do a little swishy, and then dump. And you want to keep doing that until the water starts coming out clearer, or as clear as it can. This is actually coming out pretty clear, so I think we might be good. Some people are very picky about what they use for patch material. I'm not. This is just some cotton ticking material. If it works, it works. That's what I always say. So, and the nice thing about Enfield rifles, the ramrod, it's a ready-made cleaning rod with a patch bit in the end. So, now the only thing you gotta be wary of if you're making thick patches like this is you make them smaller because it's a thicker material, so it's gonna be a tighter fit. But you get it on there, kind of do a little bit of swabbing action all the way down to the bottom. And if it gets stuck like that, which can happen, this is people's worst nightmare. So what you can do if you get a stuck ramrod, a leather piece of strap. Normally I have a leather piece of strap, but that is MIA right now, so we got this cotton strapping here. All you do is on the threading on the end of your ramrod, double it back like this, make sure the rifle's secure, hold it between my legs, pull outboard, and lift up. Normally that works. Garbage. Use a leather strap. Now we have actual leather strap, so this is going to work out better this time, I promise you. So something like this is what you want. I'm just going to hang it there for now. You want to get all the way down to the back of the barrel, because that's where a lot of the water is going to be sitting. It's just like the water. You want to keep putting patches through until they're coming out clean. So see, like, that's not clean. We're going to do another one. So now, the old ramrod has gotten stuck. So like I was showing you with the cotton, which don't use cotton. Might work, but don't. Double it back like this, pulling outboard, and pull up. And you see you have now unstuck the ramrod. I pass this field-tested knowledge on to all you up-and-coming Civil War reenactors and any of you that have been in the hobby for a while and maybe not found a solution to stuck ramrods that isn't you and all your buddies making one big ramrod pulling chain and yanking the thing out of there. This is an easier way. So what I do sometimes, patches have more life in them than you think they do. So we've already used this one, but I'm going to find a clean spot on it, double it back over on top of the ramrod to get the back of the barrel where there's no doubt water and other gunk sitting. Send it all the way down. Another fun thing is you're putting patches down in there. You're compressing air inside the barrel a lot of times if it's a nice firm fit. So it's already started to do that. Half cock the hammer, and as you're doing that, you'll force air and gunk out of the firing cone, which helps clean that out more, and can also help prevent it getting jammed because it allows air to come up from underneath. Once your patches are coming out clean, you want to send one, maybe two more down with some kind of bore cleaner. I've been using WD-40 lately on just about everything, so that's what I'm going to use today. Protects from rust, all that good stuff, cleans as well. So send a couple patches down with your choice lubricant and bore cleaner down there, and when you're done, this is the magic sound that you should be hearing. That, my friends, is a clean barrel. Send home your ramrod, and now we'll go inside and I'll show you general lubrication and care of your lock plate. Alright, once your barrel's all cleaned out, then you're going to want to take off your lock plate, and so that'll give you better access to cleaning the area around the firing cone of your barrel. And I don't do it every time, but definitely once in a while, at least once a season, give it a full strip down, take the barrel out of the stock, wipe down underneath. I usually do it at least every other cleaning or so. So you got these two flathead screws on the back. It's just a normal screwdriver, flathead screwdriver. Take these bad boys out. If you have fittings like this, they should stay in place. This left side one is loose on mine, so I just make sure to get that out. Just so it, yeah, there we go. Just so it doesn't fall out and I lose it when I'm flipping the rifle around. Half cock your hammer and gently you can grab your, it should be pretty loose, it shouldn't be too sticky, but if it is, just be gentle. You grab your hammer and just kind of wiggle your lock plate out. There's going to be some residual water in there from when you were cleaning out the barrel. Just wipe all that up as best you can, and then you can start doing the detail work of putting lubrication in there, cleaning agents, whatever you want to do. Same thing inside the lock plate groove. There's going to be residual water in there, so you just make sure you get a rag and wipe all that up best you can. Sergeant's tools. These babies are money. The screwdrivers that they come with that are supposed to be, you know, your Civil War multi-tool type of deal, I've found them to be mostly useless. Some of the time I have found that they're good in a pinch, but really you don't want to be relying on these to be your screwdrivers. But what they are good for is their nipple wrench here, which is for this bad boy. It's these things, especially if you haven't cleaned them in a while, it might be a little sticky. Old Sally has never given me a problem and continues to hold that, as the firing cone came out no problemo. It's going to be a whole bunch of carbon all over this damn thing. So what I do, I give a nice little wipe down on the outside, and then nipple pick, start cleaning out the inside of said firing cone slash nipple. This is one thing a lot of Civil War reenactors run into trouble with. Some companies will make their nipples or their firing cones with a very small breech end, so they get a lot of clogs, a lot of misfires, leads to a lot of problems at events and on the battlefield. What I have, and this is what I would recommend to everybody, you need to get the ones that are bored out like this. See, that's a nice big opening there, so it doesn't clog and you have plenty of wiggle room in there So you can fire and fire and fire all day, and this bad boy will never clog. 6 going on 7 years, I've had less than a dozen misfires, and I shoot quite a bit at events. So definitely you get a nipple that looks like this, and I can almost guarantee you will be set. I say almost because sometimes it's just the rifle, not always just a firing cone problem. Clean off the area around the firing cone, make sure there's no, you scratch any carbon that's crusted up around it, things like that. This one's actually pretty damn clean. You can use 1,001 different gun cleaners, solutions, things of that nature. Lately, I've been using WD-40 for all of my weapons because it's just a really nice all-around thing. So, put a little bit on the rag there. And this is going to be for the entire breech area. It's great rust preventer, lubricates parts. Not that you have a whole lot of that going on with these earlier rifles, but it's a good protecting agent anyway, because these things rust up like a bitch. So good to do. A little run around in that. This, screw this back in all the way to hand tighten it, and then give it a little extra just to see. You don't want to really torque this thing down, just enough to where it's tight, good. And that's really like I said, these things are money, and they're like $5-6 maybe at Sutlers, and I swear to God, every single Sutler sells them. So if you're a Civil War reenactor or looking to become a Civil War reenactor, and you're going to be having a musket, buy one of these sergeant's tools. The nipple wrenches are money. This excess WD-40 I'm just going to use to coat the barrel. And just a little bit. End of the season, I always give a good little cleaning, deep clean. This is not a deep cleaning. This is a general cleaning, as I had said. So I'm giving a little wipe down in here. And now, just a touch of WD-40 on the sear spring and other areas inside the lock plate that can collect rust easily. Wipe off some of the excess there, and that'll sit like that and be all hunky-dory. Pop the lock plate back in, and sometimes it'd be a little persnickety. You just ease it back in there, it'll be fine. Gotta put my little medallion back in there. Drop in the screws. This has been a basic cleaning of Civil War muskets. Comment, rate, subscribe, guys, and I'll see you next time.